Good evening and welcome to Real Talk with Tamara. As you guys come into the room, please do hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Hope that you guys are doing okay. I know that I am. I always express the importance of hitting the like button because the like button helps to keep the video on the algorithm, okay? So like, share, subscribe, comment, all of those great things, okay? I wanted to talk about, we know that Puffy has another lawsuit going, and this time it's his videographer, Lil Rod. Okay. And Little Rod is claiming, Little Rod, whose name is Rodney Jones, actually he's a music producer, claims that Sean Puffy Combs has a SEX tape of rappers and music industry executives. Okay. And so I'm getting ready to read to you all exactly what he says. It says music producer Rodney Little Rod Jones claims Sean Puffy Combs has a SEX tape of rappers and music industry executives. Jones filed a lawsuit against Combs for sexual harassment on February 26 in the Southern District of New York. He is seeking $30 million in punitive damages. Jones and Combs, music producer and videographer. Jones was Combs' music producer and videographer. He produced tracks on Combs' Grammy-nominated The Love album, Off the Grid. In an amended complaint obtained by All Hip Hop, Jones accused Combs of secretly filming celebrities and top music executives at the hip hop moguls' freakoffs parties. While leaving and traveling with Combs, Mr. Jones discovered that Combs has hidden cameras in every room of his homes. Jones' lawyer Tyrone Blackburn wrote. Blackburn claimed Combs has secret recordings of celebrities and music industry executives engaging in various illicit activities. Mr. Jones believes that Combs has recordings of defendants Lucian Charles Grange, Ethiopia Hab Tamarian, as well as other celebrities, music label executive, politicians, and athletes. Wow. Blackburns continues that individuals were recorded without their knowledge and consent. Mr. Combs possesses compromising footage of every person that has attended his freak-off parties and his house parties upon information and belief. Due to this treasure trove of evidence he has in his possession, Mr. Combs believes that he is above the law and untouchable. Okay. It says that Ethiopia 44. She's pictured there. Let me show you guys. Let's see, she's pictured there with Kanye. That's her right there, the female black. And Lala. Okay, she got her start interning for L.A. Reid and LaFace Records in Atlanta in the 90s. I remember them saying her name. This is the young man right here, I guess, Little Rod. You know, Little Rod looks like he could be, Hispanic or something like that. He could just be a light-skinned black guy, but we know that Puffy has a thing for Hispanic boys, so yeah. So now, I don't doubt it one bit. It's a lot of people that won't say anything about Puffy, even with all of the allegations and everything that's going on. A lot of the interviewers dare not ask anybody anything about Puffy. Okay, I think Cat Williams may have been the only person that may have been brave enough to say anything about him. If there's been any more people, I haven't seen it. So that just kind of lets me know maybe Cat Williams did not go to any other freak off parties. But if they was getting down with the get down like that, it almost It makes me believe that TD Jakes was in there getting down, getting his groove on, okay? Because he really didn't have no business up in there. All them folks came up in there, they knew what it was. They had been doing it every year. And I know TD Jakes didn't go up in there thinking he could throw holy water on people. He went up in there to party, okay? And so I really believe, Cassie's situation was one of those situations that Puffy really wanted to get rid of. Okay. And one of the reasons that I'm hearing that they settled her case so fast is because she had all of this information on record execs. Okay. It looks like, and they encouraged him to, settle fast because they didn't want to be tied up in anything. And so now you got this young man that he was doing something with in a relation sexually, and he was the videographer also, so he probably got copies of everything. Okay, so he can prove what was going on. So he's asking for $30 million, and I'm willing to bet you he's gonna get it, because he was getting ready to happen is those execs, people that fund him and all of that, they're going to start pushing him just like they did Cassie to settle, And so I think even after this is settled, I think it's going to be one thing after the other, because somebody at the top is really trying to take Puffy down through there. Puffy has been a low down dirty nigga. Right? So it's really hard for me to feel sorry for him. I don't care about him being black. He was black when he was hijacking those artists that could sing and leaving them broke, busted, and disgusted, blackballing them, hijacking their money, their resources, pimping their talent, taking advantage of the fact that they had a dream and didn't know the business. He's been doing this for 30 years. He's the people in the background that don't look like him or you or I, right? He did it for them, and he was able to benefit for doing it for them. And now, as I always say, they're giving him that nigga call. This man has done so much and still continues to. Of course, he thought he was untouchable. So he's got all of those. He's low down enough because he's got those video on people. I'm sure he probably told them whenever they tried to buck against him, because that's what they taught him to do. Right? That's what they taught him to do. And so now, like I said, I think they're trying to send him straight back to the projects. I'm willing to bet you this young man, because he's naming and letting people know, because see, that's against the law to be filming people without them knowing, spying in on them. I don't know how he could dress that up. Right. I don't know. All it's gonna take is a few people saying, hey, I never told him he could record me. And see, when people sign off on these NDAs, they probably, sign off on this NDA, and there are some little words in the clauses, that he gets to record you and all of it. I mean, I'm just saying, you never know. That's why you have to be. But I'm hearing that Puffy didn't make anybody sign nothing because he thought he was above the law. He thought that they loved him. He thought that they liked him. Right? They liked what he was doing as far as hijacking Black artists and keeping them impoverished and making sure that they pimp their talent and they got nothing, and leaving them depressed and all of that. I was reading about I know y'all remember the group High Five. Oh my God, I still love their music. I can't wait another minute and all those hits. The Kissing Game, that's my favorite, one of my favorite songs that they got. Everything that they put out, I loved, but I love the Kissing Game. It takes me back to the 90s, right? And we know that Tony Thompson was one of the ones that was up front. He was the lead singer and all of that, had a beautiful voice. And I think where Tony messed up at is that he, they said Puffy talked him into going solo and signing with Bad Boys now. I love the group High Five, but there was this other guy that was in the group that I was, that I had as a, teenage girl, that I had been in love with and all that. Look at me I'm trying to sound I'm playing, y'all. But he was, I loved him. His name was Marcus. I can't think of it. Sanders. Now they said a lot of them were lip syncing, singing, or whatever. It don't matter what they was doing. That's what the eclectic makeup of the group is gonna always be. Somebody in the group that the girls like. That's what makes the group successful. Tony was not bad looking, right? But there were other members that the girls were in love with, like me. I was in love with Marcus Sanders, okay? And I love their music and stuff so much. I still play it, all the time. But I'm hearing that Puffy had talked him into going solo because he was the voice. He was the voice. He did the backgrounds and all of that. I'm told that a lot of the other guys could not really sing. So he moves out to New York and he signs with Bad Boys. And I think he put out one song that really flopped. People was not feeling him by himself. And then they said being out there with Puffy, he ended up getting on drugs. He got strung out real bad. And so what Puffy ended up doing was, they say he gave him an allowance. He was over there and he pretty much shelved him. And so he was over there for a few years and he got an allowance while he was shelved. And, I guess Puffy was having his way with him. And then Puffy dropped him because he got so strung out on drugs and sent him back to Waco. Right. And that's how he ended up dying because he was trying to, down in Waco, Texas, in some apartment complex, trying to get sniff antifreeze. Is it antifreeze that you put in air conditioners? Whatever it is that you put in air conditioners, it's either Freon or antifreeze or something like that. I don't know. One of the men probably that look at this, put in the comments what it is that you put in the air conditioner that's in the window air condition. So that's what happened. And he overdosed. But Puffy sent him back broke, busted, and disgusted. Now their managers that they had before that were already hijacking all of them. But Puffy decided to sign him, right, and shelve him and use him up and help him to get hooked on drugs and then send him back, messed up. And he never recovered, right? So that man has done a lot of things. There are a lot of people whose lives and stuff have been messed over, right? I was looking at another lady who says that he popped her in the face with a, SHOT. And he had messed with her for years because she filed a lawsuit against him and they kept it very quiet in the media and won the lawsuit, right? She said he did not go to jail. They protected him. She said she looked him in his face and he pulled a gun out and popped her. Okay. And when you pop somebody in the face, you're not doing it to just be doing, you're doing it to take them out. And she lived. But she was able to get file a lawsuit and was one of the few ones that was able to win. Okay. So he's been doing a lot of dirt and they have been protecting him for so many years because of all of the dirt that he has been doing, right? And so I guess now since, they done used him up and they done bent him over as many times. It's been 30 years. So bending somebody over for 30 years, that thing back there that they was popping, okay, was bending them over and getting this probably stretched all out of shape. And it ain't no telling he probably wearing a damn maxi pad or something, in his drawers or a pamper. Because if he sneezed, it's probably so tore up and loose. When he sneezed, he's shitting everywhere. So they don't want him no more. He leaking and going on because they didn't woke him out. Okay, they didn't wore him out. They didn't use him up. He has really no effect on the newer generation. They don't need him. They got another one that's in tow, and unfortunately, another damn cuckabug head that they can put out there and influence. As a matter of fact, they don't need a Puffy to influence the newer community, a generation anymore. The newer generation so effed up. All they got to do is just offer them some money. They ain't got to go through Puffy. They be willing to do anything, and it ain't no whole lot of money, just $2, okay, and some fame, and they'll do anything. So they don't really need him anymore. He's washed up, used up, and toe up, okay. And I literally mean that from the flow up, from the back to the front to the top to the bottom, okay. And hey, that's why I say you might get by, but you never get away. He thought that he was gonna get away. It's been 30 years. He thought them people loved him. They use him up and they sending him back to the projects. They gave him that nigga card. They're letting folks know that he's not powerful because none of that stuff was his. Because if it's his, they can't take it. They can't take what's yours. It was never his. It was never his, right? I wanted to talk a little bit about Kanye West, and I might go back to Puffy because y'all know I was trying not to get too deep on that because I could really get deep. He's sitting up and uh, missed a lot of these black artists over where he was in a position where he could have been helping artists. He could have been helping them, but he was so happy to join in with keeping a lot of these black artists with his talent impoverished and helping them to get hooked on drugs. Okay. But it's saying Kanye West blocked from booking arenas around the world. It says Kanye West is pleading with his fans to help him book arena tours around the world. The music producer complained that he is being blocked from booking arenas in Europe. Kanye's desperate search for a venue to perform has been blocked by promoters and the world, around the world. Kanye, aka Ye, wants to perform at arenas in Europe to help promote his latest album, but promoters in Madrid, Berlin, Cologne, and Munich refused to help him book a tour. Promoters in Asia, Australia, and the Middle East also told him no. It seems Ye has forgotten that he is blacklisted for offensive comments he made about Jewish people online and in his music. A music insider claims it would be very, very hard for Ye to perform in Europe. Ye is scheduled to headline the Rolling Loud festivals in California on March 14th, but he will not be allowed to perform in Europe despite maintaining a solid fan base there. His reputation and the controversies in the last few years are the main reasons for this, a source told the U.S. Sun. Now, almost no companies that manage arenas or stadiums want to allow him to do shows on their venues. Kanye and his wife Bianca live a nomadic, wandering aimlessly lifestyle around the world. They move between hotels in Italy, Paris, and Dubai. According to Kanye's ex-wife Kim Kardashian, Ye and Bianca don't have an established home base anywhere. Ye pleaded with Kim to pull their 4 children out of a fake private school to join him and Bianca in Europe. Kim does not prevent Kanye from seeing his children, but she will not allow the children's education to be disrupted. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Now, I do believe that Kanye done had some breakdowns, and I believe he's had breakdowns, and he might be in a sunken place. They might need to do that ding, ding, ding. Somebody needs to go and do that. To Kanye, blink 2 times if you need help, but he's got a lot of pride, so somebody needs to get a cup. Ding, ding, ding. They said that brings them out. Okay. And so, but hey, what they're trying to do is they're trying to mess with his livelihood at this point, right? They want all of his resources to fall out. That's why they start to dwindle. That's why they started taking all of his deals and stuff that he had. But it's amazing to me how they try and send you back to the project when you mess over the Jewish people, but they mess over black people all day, every day. Folks can say nigga and nothing happens. And even if they don't say it, they just treat you like you won, keep you broke, busted, and disgusted, impoverished, no resources, no access to resources, hidden resources, hijacking the black community, emotionalism, the meds and the food and stuff like that. Um, what they're consistently doing to our people. So as long as you silently do it and don't say anything about it, it's okay, right? But now the moment you say something about a Jewish person, that is to never happen. We're going to send you straight back to the projects. Hey, I don't have issues with Jewish people. Okay, I don't. I absolutely don't. I have issues with it feeling people feeling like it is an abomination when you do it to Jews. But the way that my ancestors were treated, they were kidnapped and brought from their country over here and made to be chattel slaves and things of that nature. People got are rich off the back of our ancestors, and we can't even get our 40 acres and a mule. Okay, and you know no respect for the ancestors or them building this country or helping to make their generations rich. Okay, no respect at all. But the moment you say something like you anti-Semitic, that's what they say. You anti-Semitic, and they send them back to the projects, right? So, Kanye, they've been doing a number on Kanye. I think Kanye was losing his mind when JAYZ and them was pulling away from him. He couldn't handle it well. But I do believe that JAYZ was sending Kanye out, using him for what he wanted to use him for. And then after Kanye started sinking deeper and deeper into depressions and, hey, Kanye is very smart and intelligent. Kanye, a lot of stuff that he says is on point. You just have to be woke to know, right? That he is not done by a long shot. Do I believe he's suffering from some type of mental situation? Yeah, but I don't believe it is a big thing. Okay, because they know how to make you look crazy in the media. Kanye is very well spoken. Now his voice has changed. And I don't like to get too deep. Get Out is one of my favorite movies, okay? And I just noticed Kanye's voice has changed. I don't know what the Kardashians did to him, but I'm glad he got out. Okay, that's all I could say. But somebody needs to go ahead and get a cup and hit it 3 times, ding, 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 and maybe that'll bring him out because he's definitely in a sunken place, although he's still consciously intelligent. They start wanting to make you look crazy when you start speaking the truth. Always remember that. Although I believe just by the way Kanye and them dress, some of the things that they do, they definitely got something going on as it relates to their mental state. But he is very intelligent. He's not all gone. He knows. He got their number. So when you see the media trying to make people look crazy, when they go out of their way to make them look off and delusional and crazy, that's when you know that they are really not, and they are afraid of that person. Kanye is a wild card. He's seen a lot. They're afraid that he's going to expose them. Okay, that's what's going on with that. But anyways, you guys, I just wanted to talk about that. My eyes and stuff. One of my eyes have gone down, child. That means it's time to go ahead and lay it down. I got one was so heavy it's down. The other one almost down. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this short, and I am gonna go on and upload it tonight if I can see how to put the thumbnail on it. And I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to support the channel, you could definitely support the channel via Cash App. But I want to say this because my gold members, we've been lighting up in platinum. I do one live a month with my gold members and up. So one day this week, I'm going to do one live with the gold members. Okay. But if you want all of the exclusive tea, y'all need to get on in the platinum because that's where it goes down. Okay. But I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to support the channel, you can support the channel via Cash App. I love you guys. Sleep peacefully tonight. Make sure you pray. I'll talk with you later.